All right, guys, we're here in the bunker with my boy Max at mxpgolf.com, and we had a big clinic this weekend where we taught a lot of players, and most of them struggled in the bunkers because of a very common issue that we both see on a regular basis. And that has to do with how they use the lead wrist in the bunker shot. Okay, most players use the lead wrist like they do in the full swing, and to help us explain exactly what we mean by all this, we're going to use the Hack Morion wrist sensor to get a 3D avatar of exactly what the wrist is doing throughout the whole motion. So let's get to it. Most players struggle in the bunkers because they use the lead wrist like they do in the full swing. They have the lead wrist in too much flexion, where it's too much bowed in the downswing. That will cause the club to have a lot more shaft lean. You're going to de-loft the club and you're going to expose the leading edge. This is great in a full swing because it helps us to compress the ball more, get a lower launch, and because we're de-lofting the club face, hit it longer. But in the bunker shot, we don't want to hit a low hot shot, right? We want the ball to go straight up and land softly. So we can't use the lead wrist in that way. Instead of having it in too much flexion, we need to add extension, where the logo of the glove is pointing more upwards. If we do that, we can add more loft to the club face and expose the bounce better, and the ball is going to launch up higher and land softer. But we have to make sure that we keep that extension throughout the whole motion, right? A good drill to feel like the lead wrist is more in this position throughout the whole motion is to put some sand on top of the club head and then roll the club face open so that the sand falls off from the top of the club face. Luke Donalds talks a lot about this too. He wants to feel like you can throw that sand over the shoulder. This is important to be able to do in the downswing and the follow through too, to make sure that you keep the extension in the lead wrist throughout the whole motion. So stop hitting your bunker shots like you do in the full swing. Unfortunately, we have to make adjustments here. Obviously we have to, because we're not trying to hit a low hot shot that goes a long way. We just need to hit it straight up in the air. So we set up with more extension. You can see there in the Hack Morion, we add more extension to the lead wrist and we keep it there throughout the whole motion. You can see that that number is positive throughout the whole motion. We never want that number to get negative. Okay, so it's a great system to tell us exactly what we're doing. Let's see if I can hit a good shot here, feeling more extension in the lead wrist. Perfect. Go in for the camera. All right. That's pretty good. So next time you go and hit bunker shots, stop doing a very common issue and having your lead wrist this way, bowed, whatever you want to call it, add more extension to it, and you're going to become more consistent in the bunker.